Welcome to Shomach Shov on the Daf. We're holding in Menachos Daf Nun Beis. In Amud Beis, we're starting the fifth parak of Menachos Menachos, and the parak starts with the words Kol Menachos Bo'os Matzo. Always mincha has to come with matzo. Chutz mi Chometz shebetodah, except the Chometz and Todah, Shtei Halechem and Todah. These are the only things that come Chometz, Todah, and Shtei Halechem on Shavuos. What is the idea? What is the depth? What's the oimik? That there's no chometz at a mincha except in these two korbanos. So Chazal already in Sefer HaZoyar, Pashtet Tzaveh, Chelik Beis, Daf Kuf Pei Gimel Amud Beis, comes to explain why we do not have chometz at Pesach. It's already in Yonim D'Yom or Shleish Yom Kodim HaChag. We're getting close to Pesach. Why don't you have chometz at Pesach? So Chazal tell us that chometz, we see that in the same daf over there, Chazal say Meferish, that chometz is keneged the Yetzer Hara. It represents the bad in the world. When the Am Yisrael going out of Mitzrayim, they have to separate themselves from the bad. Why is that so? So Chazal tell us, Moshel Ma'adav to a son of a king that was very sick and he needed to get healthy. So the doctor said that in order for the prince to become healthy, he needs to eat only healthy food. So the king took away all the bad food from the house until the son became healthy. When Am Yisrael is going out of Mitzrayim, in the beginning, when they start, they need to become healthy. They need to be mischazik. They need to become Am Yisrael. So the first days of Am Yisrael in the world, they do not have chometz. They don't have the distraction of the bad of the Yetzer Hara. They're only eating the healthy food, the matzah. Once they get healthier, now they can eat chometz. Now they don't have a problem of having chometz, having the bad, because they're healthier, they're stronger. Adds the Zohar, when you get to Shavuos, so then they do have to bring chometz to Beis Hamikdash, and it's a kol sheken that they bring chometz to Beis Hamikdash. That's what the Zohar says. It's not so clear in the Zohar. Why do you bring chometz? Bishlama, the fact that you could eat chometz, we understand, say unhealthy food, something which is strong enough. But why should you bring it to Beis Hamikdash? So the Maharal and the Tiferes Yisrael Perek Chofei gives us 4 reasons why in Shavuos you bring chometz to Beis Hamikdash different than the whole year. So he also brings that the chometz represents Yetzer Hara. He says, why do we have Yetzer Hara in the world? Or, what is the antidote for Yetzer Hara? The Torah. Barati Yetzer Hara, Barati Torah Tavlin. So against the Yetzer Hara we have Torah. Shavuos is Yom HaTorah. So there I'm not afraid of the Yetzer Hara. So I can bring the Yetzer Hara to Beis Hamikdash because I have the antidote. I have the medicine that takes away the Yetzer Hara. So these are 2 reasons the Maharal says. The only reason you have a Yetzer Hara is because of the Torah, because you have the antidote, and you have the protection of the Yetzer Hara through the Torah. The 3rd reason of the Maharal is that the greater a person is, the greater the Yetzer he has. So the Torah, so to speak, is bringing the Yetzer Hara to him, because he has the Torah, he has the ability to fight it, so that's why you have a Yetzer Hara. But then the Maharal adds another reason, which seems to be the main reason he focuses on. He says that on Shavuos we have a din, the Kul Alme Moedim Debein and Nami Lachem. Shavuos is the day of Am Yisrael. Am Yisrael are the ones, they're receiving Torah, they become the owners of Torah. It's their day. Maharal also explains that that's the reason that Shavuos changes the date based on Moshe Rabbeinu. Because Baruch wanted to give the Torah a day earlier, Moshe Rabbeinu pushed it by 1 day. That's what the Gemara tells us. The Batzeres Kula Alma agree Shebein and Lachem, Bein and Nami Lachem. It's your day. It's the day of Adam. Yetzer Hara represents the Adam. The Adam is someone who has Yetzer Hara. So the day of the Adam, you bring chometz, which represents the Adam. Rav Tzadok HaKohen, the Pri Tzadik in Mitzvah is Aleph. He says it a little differently, similar to the second Pshat of Maharal, that the idea is that the Torah is charus alaluchos al tikri charus elecherus. Someone who has Torah, he's a free man. He can get over the Yetzer Hara. So Yetzer Hara doesn't scare you, so he can bring it to Beis Hamikdash. So that's the idea in Shavuos. What about Korban Todah? Why about Korban Todah you have the chometz over there as well? So the Maharal Tiferes Yisrael Perek Lamed explains that when a person brings Korban Todah, he admits that there's no other thing in the world except HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He says, I don't have any way. Without you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I would not be here. Everything here belongs to you. And that's coming and saying that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is Echad. That's why you bring chometz and matzah. The good and the bad all close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And he brings it says the Korban Todah is not going to be bought to Lasid Lavoi, the holy Korban. Because in Lasid Love is where you see that the good and the bad come together. And Masha B'toich Divya Maral, maybe you can add that to Shavuos as well. That Shavuos is the day about the Torah Shar Chamishim, which is above the world, belongs to something higher. And this world is good against bad, it's two different things. But when we come to Shar Chamishim, to where Torah belongs, that's when you have that everything is connected, everything comes to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So in these two Karbanos, Shavuos and Todah, you have a place to have Chometz. There's room for the Chometz, there's room for the Yetzer Hara to be involved in the Kedusha as well. But all other Menachos and all the other Karbanos, you can't bring Chometz to Beis HaMikdash, which presents the bad, and that doesn't go in Mokum HaMekudash. Anyone who wants to join or sponsor the Shom Machshava Shiurim, please email shommachshava@gmail.com.